And we're live here on the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator for tonight's matchup. The 7-3 Northstars taking on the 7-0 undefeated FM Hornets. I'm so grateful to be joined here by Gianni Cavelli. Gianni, great to have you here in the booth for your first ever game here on the Northstar Network.
Thank you, Joey. We'll see what FM has the story here. I mean, they beat them at home, but this time CNS is at home. They have the advantage, but they have the absence of Kevin Gunnup. So We'll see how this plays out.
Now, like you were already talking about their previous matchup first versus the North Stars, 3-1 was one of the 3 losses for the North Stars this season. But, I mean, we were talking about it earlier. The boys and girls both have really had some major improvements this season. One of the big struggles we saw last year that the North Stars was really one of their weak spots, one of their kind of breaking points, if you will, and that was their communication, or should I say lack thereof. And that's really what they struggled with. And this year we've seen a lot better communication. They've been making a lot less of those simple mistakes that can just be fixed by talking to your teammates and really communicating what you plan to do, and that can avoid some of those careless errors. So that's definitely one of the things the North Stars have improved this season that has led to that 7-3 record. But again, North Stars did have a struggle now. Like you said, played at FM, so now they got the home advantage. So we'll see if that makes much of a difference. We got about 10 seconds left here in the warm-ups as the North Stars are going to be getting their last few reps in as they'll be heading off the court. Looks like FM's getting ready to line up for our starting lineup. So we'll be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. We welcome you back here on the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube as we're getting our opening. The reason I'm drawing a blank right here is both teams are wearing black. It's an unlikely occurrence there.
It's like that against Mid-Lakes, too.
Right. Don't see it a lot, but all right, so both teams in black. Hornets on the left side of your screen and the North Stars on the right. We got Jack Copeland there, outside hitter. Big playmaker for the North Stars. You got Kevin Greer down there in the back. Kevin Hewin. Keelan Empey. Ryan Leahy up there on the front. So, North Stars, this is a big redemption game for them after that 3-1 loss. And we'll see if the home advantage makes a difference. You look over there to our student section.
Construction tonight.
Construction is the theme tonight. You know, I've noticed about the volleyball games, not to play down my peers or not to criticize my peers, but I've noticed the student section has started to dwindle game after game, because at the beginning of the season, I mean, you should have seen the student section for the girls and boys games. They were big and electric, and not saying that these guys won't be electric here tonight. We got the Blue Hammer back, the infamous Blue Hammer. For those who have watched previous games, you've probably seen it. And for those who watched that infamous game a few weekends ago, I forgot whether it was boys or girls. I was not doing that game. That was by one of our commentators, Jack Mannion, was doing that one. But the student section got kicked out. I don't know if it was whether it was because of the Blue Hammer or whatever the case may be. So here we go. Big game for the North Stars. Look to hand FM their first loss of the season as Kevin Hewin sends this one away for the North Stars. Hornets look to respond early, or score early, but North Stars do that job themselves. One on the board for the North Stars, and number one, Ryan Leahy with the kill. Great way to start off this game. Gianni versus this undefeated FM team.
Yep.
Oh, what a block.
That's a great block.
Oh, man, almost nearly a double hit. Oh, man, that's a great block by the Hornets. So the North Stars combine on a good block. The Hornets do manage to get out of the jam and evade that double hit as they get a couple substitutions here after just 2 points scored. 1-1. We're all knotted back up. But that one sent out, and the North Stars regain the lead. But, I mean, great effort by the North Stars on that block. But FM just gets out of the jam, and then the North Stars try to get the kill, but FM with a block of their own. This time the North Stars unable to return it. They do, however, score a point on that serving error by the Hornets. That's hit out of bounds off the fingertips of Ryan Leahy and Keelan Empey. And we're all tied 2-2 once more.
I wouldn't be surprised if Leahy gets that one back. He's a great tall athlete. He's able to block it.
Here come the Hornets with the serving advantage. What a serve. That had a lot of velocity. Very shallow. Nearly a North Star point if the Hornets had got their fingers on that one, but does pull away his fingers at the last second to prevent that one from going out of bounds on his own account. So FM takes their first lead of this one. Oh. There is Leahy's redemption you were talking about, Gianni, as that's just his second kill of the game in only the first set. I mean, it makes sense why he leads his team in kills, and evident right there as he's going to have the serve here for the North Stars, all tied, back 3-3. We knew this one was going to be close, Gianni. Two great teams, the North Stars. Obviously, they played 3 more games. Oh, yeah, what a kill by Greer.
He's really having his breakout season. He's doing great this year.
Kevin Greer has been stellar this year, just behind Leahy in kills. As he's got one. Leahy, that one trickles over. Number 5 for the Hornets. Overcommits. As that one is a let, and the North Stars gain their largest lead of this one, 5-3.
Leahy's starting to look hot on these serves.
Sets that one up nicely. Stays out of the jam. Greer gets that one over. Another nice setup. What a block! Oh, it does go out of bounds, however. It's a close call. You know, Gianni, you got to give a lot of credit to these refs. I mean, honestly, I couldn't do it. I can tell you that because the speed of these balls. I mean, I don't know how they do it with their naked eye.
And I mean, volleyball is just another game of inches, really. It's like any other. What a dig.
Like, if I were the ref out there, I mean, based on what I saw, it looked like it hit the line. But again, it could have easily been out, and I just didn't see it. And that's the impressive thing, is Greer doesn't need a lot of velocity on that. As an awkward deflection, I believe it was number 8 for the Hornets, couldn't get underneath it. The North Stars regain their 2-point lead. Just the first set, a lot of this first set left to play. Look like a little mix-up substitution-wise. Here comes Fosberg in the game as Kaitlynn going to exit. That one out by some inches, and FM with the tying runner on the plate, if you will. Tying serve. Stops himself just before the green line, as what a kill!
I mean, Jonathan Zillis, he's a great playmaker.
Yes. He's got great movement out on the court as well.
For sure, yeah.
You know, he's set up in the back here, but he can easily move up front and make plays like you were just saying.
Yeah. I think he is one of the top assist men on this team.
North Stars try to get the block, but Fosberg deflects it out of bounds. And Hornets back to a 1-point deficit. Copeland gets underneath it. He's gonna send that one over. Hornets with the light tap. Zillis underneath it. Fosberg dishes it to Copeland as Buchek keeps it alive. Libero and blue for the North Stars. But it doesn't matter. The Hornets respond and we're all tied. Another big key to this game is the history between these two teams. The Hornets 4-1 in their last 5 matchups. The North Stars haven't beat them, for almost 2 years.
Yep. FM coming off the section championship.
Right.
They're hot.
And right now this game is looking like it might go to the 5th set. We'll see. Anything can happen. North Stars send this one away. Great block by Copeland and Leahy as they give the North Stars their 2-point lead back. Oh, man. Well, he is hit into the net. Hornets back within 1. And the North Stars now back up 2. So here comes Kaitlynn for the North Stars.
Also another one of those great playmakers who can make these great sets on the floor.
Oh, man. What a fake by the Hornets. Patrick Horton.
Yeah, Patrick Horton's also another great player for FM. I mean, he leads the team in assists. He's up in the 200s. He's a great playmaker.
Copeland gets underneath it. Kaitlynn from the right side manages to come center court and keep that ball alive, but the North Stars ultimately send that one out of bounds to tie this one up. what a kill. And the North Stars are just laying it on. Here comes Copeland. Serves that one away. What a kill. And the Hornets have tied things up. So here comes Ben Riesig. Send this one away. The Hornets, when we're all tied. Luckily, Copeland did manage to retract his hands there at the last second to prevent hitting that one, although ball might have been able to stay in play, but that had a lot of velocity, just a little bit too much velocity. Is that one sent out of bounds?
I would definitely watch out for Ben Riesig. I mean, he's a great player for FM, one of their lead guys.
What a great play by Riesig to get underneath it, but the North Stars are having none of it. They're up 2. Leahy just taps it over, but Greer says, He taps it over himself to give the North Stars, Oh, it was a net violation, I guess.
Wow.
Coach Lucia he was accepting of it. That one looked like it hit the line, but they're going to give it to the Hornets because we're all tied up again.
That was
Crowd not having it.
Great play fake.
The student section is starting to fill in.
Yeah, it was definitely smaller than that when we just checked them.
As ref's going to have a discussion here. As my watch is also giving me a discussion here, it's saying that at around 30 minutes of this level, I could have temporary hearing loss. So, best. Guess we got to leave now. So they're still discussing here. Oh, Mr. Bednarski getting in on the action. Our athletic director, Tim Bednarski, out there at the ref stand.
That's some passion right there.
Oh, hopefully he's not going to have a talk. Oh, he might be having a talk with the student section.
Oh.
Uh-oh. You don't want another student section ejection. TJ Watt with the breaking news last time to send the North Stars away, the North Star fan base. Though it looked like he chuckled after that fact, so let's hope it was just a
warning.
Yeah, it was just probably tone it down a little bit. Oh, right, because they were booing the. Yeah. Here's the thing about high school sports: people tend to be sensitive. That's the thing. So, especially when it comes to the broadcast here too, can't always say how it is. But yeah, booing the ref, I guess, gets him ejected. Don't want an Aaron Boone situation here. Oh, Copeland had to back up on that one as the Hornets take their first lead since we're in the single digits. Now, I didn't get to see the first game, but I can look at the scoreboard, but it doesn't really give a testament to how close these games can be. So, definitely a lot closer than I feel like we thought it was going to be here, Gianni. But again, we weren't at the game, so I can't give a testament to how close that game was. I mean, it did go to 4 sets, so it wasn't a sweep by the Hornets. But, the sets themselves, how close they were, whether they're back and forth, is something we just don't know. And right now, the North Stars are proving to be big opponents for these Hornets, keeping things close. As Zilla sends that one away. And a great block that is going to be Hornets point, however, as that one's hit out of bounds. That's been a lot. That's been the case for the Northstars when it comes to blocking, and they've just been getting tough breaks. They've had some great blocking, just that one sent out of bounds, but they've had great blocking. It's hard to control where the ball goes on those blocks, especially when you got Hornets in this case. They're sending that ball. I'm not good with speeds, but probably 20 miles an hour or so. I mean, pretty fast. Is what I'm trying to get at. So, it's hard to control where that ball is going to go, and the Northstars really haven't got any breaks deflection-wise on these blocks. A lot of FM points, good 3 or 4, have come from these unfortunate deflections on these blocks for the Northstars. As they get a break there, hit into the net by the Hornets, and they regain the lead, 16-15. As you may notice, Nico Fisher, who doesn't get a lot of play time out there, in place of Kevin Gunnup.
Yep.
Zillis gets underneath that one. Greer to send that over. Hornets. And there's the block the Northstars have been looking for. You had 3 to combine on that block. You had Copeland, Fosberg, and Fisher all stacking the front of the net to get that block. But that time, it's better when you're more towards the center of the net. Makes it easier. So if it does get an awkward deflection left or right, it's still in play. That one's still going, but it's hit out of bounds. Almost hits our PA announcer for tonight, Tim Bednarski. But what a play by Ben Riesig. You were talking about it. He's a great playmaker. Leads the team in assists. But, he got underneath that ball. He barely got his hands under it, and he still managed to get it over the net as Jack Copeland has no problems getting it over the net to get the kill, and here comes a timeout by Coach Chris Gangloff. We'll be back in just a few moments here on the Northstar Network. Northstars up 4. Welcome you back here on the Northstar Network as a timeout taken by Coach Gangloff of the Hornets. Northstars up 4, their largest lead of the game. I believe they had a similar lead earlier, but now this is most definitely their largest lead of the game, as perhaps a miscommunication by the Hornets, but Greer with the ace, and the Northstars up 5. See if Greer can do it again. Can't that time. Buchek. A little bit too left to get underneath it as the Hornets respond after they take a timeout, and Greer opens things up with an ace. Hornets to send this one away. Copeland underneath it. Zillis dishes it to Copeland. Got a lot of speed on that one. Shallow, but the Hornets respond, and a miscommunication definitely between Zillis and Copeland, or maybe Zillis and Buchek, one or the other. You could see Zillis' face after the play. He was like, I thought you were going for it. Not too detrimental, not too costly, as the Northstars still maintain a 3-score lead, make it 4.
It's a great set.
After Nathan Hoyuk hits that one out of bounds for the Hornets, so the Northstars back up to a 4-score lead. Speaking of 4, they just need 4 to take this set. And it's right through the hands of Nico Fisher. think if the North Stars don't score, if the Hornets score the next two, I think we might see Coach Lucia take a timeout.
Yeah.
Zillis gets underneath it to keep it alive.
Oh.
That one out of bounds. Yeah, I think if Hornets manage to score this next one, we'll see a timeout by Lucia.
It's looking like FM's trying to work it to Resig.
Yep.
Had a great night had a great game against CNS.
The North Stars do get a break there. That one sent out of bounds for Chris Noel. He's got quite the stature on him. Fortunately, Syracuse.com doesn't keep heights and weight. They only really keep track of that for football, unfortunately. But he's definitely got some height on him.
Yep.
6'7" or so.
There it is.
I kind of had to say it. Keep up with the times, Gianni.
Yep.
As the Hornets with a response of their own after a costly mistake. We might see a timeout here by Lucia if we get to a 1-point lead. So we'll see if the Hornets can narrow their deficit. Copeland gets underneath it. You win. Oh, it's still alive. The Hornets still in this rally. Copeland through the arms of Resig. And the North Stars just 2 points away from taking this first set in the scorebooks.
Not surprised there. I mean, they're of course going to work it to the left to Jack Copeland. I mean, he's their kill leader.
Yep. Not surprised. Is Copeland going to take the serve for the North Stars? Great block. Does avoid the double hit, however. That one stays in bounds, and the Hornets climb their way back. Narrow it to a 2-point deficit. Here comes Resig to send this one away for the Hornets. Student section really getting into it. Buchik sends that one forward. And that's going to be a kill for Leahy. As it looked like the Hornets trapped it within the net. Leahy here to serve. North Stars set point. Be a big message to these Hornets that they're not messing around if they win this first set. That one out. And the North Stars going to open up this thing 1-0. So, team's going to switch sides. We'll be back in just a few minutes on the Northstar Network. North Stars lead the undefeated FM Hornets 1-0. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. The Northstar set the tone early, opening up this one 1-0. As the Hornets look to respond with a set of their own. Now, what were you telling me earlier, Gianni, just a few moments ago actually, about the first game that the Northstars played the Hornets this season?
That first set was big for the Northstars because last game at FM, they lost the first set. So that could be big motivation going into this next two sets.
Most certainly. So Northstars again, big stakes in this one. Look to hand FM their first loss of the season and look to give the Northstars their first victory in almost 2 years to the Hornets. So the Hornets going to start with the ball on the serving advantage. Patrick Horton to send this one away. Oh, Leahy. He just needed to get a little bit more on top of that. He had the right speed. He had the right idea trying to get in that left corner, right corner, depending on which way you're looking at it. But right corner if you're in the Hornets perspective. But that back right corner there saw the vision. Just didn't have the most perfect execution. He was looking for more power over accuracy, and power definitely took over. So the Hornets, after the Northstars, they're being told to move. Moving. Guess they're not allowed to move. Oh, what a kill! And the Hornets start this thing off 2-0. So the Northstars, who started off last set 2-0, the Hornets do the same, starting off the second set 2-0. We'll see if the Hornets get a similar story to the Northstars. Kaitlynn Empey. Oh, great job by Hugh Wynn to keep it alive. Empey avoids the double hit, and Leahy has a response for the Northstars. 2-1.
The save and the play make, I mean, that's great for Wynn right there.
Northstars back with the serving advantage. Yet to serve this second set. Here comes Copeland. Leahy. You win. Leahy keeps it. Uchik. Greer. And that one finds the gap. Nobody there. And it's 3-1 Hornets.
FM has to be one of the most accurate teams I've seen play.
Yeah, really, we haven't seen many, other than some serves go out of bounds, we haven't seen many kills go out of bounds. They know really where to place it. This is a big set for the Hornets if they look to stay in this one. If the Northstars win this one, it's gonna be tough for the Hornets to come back, as Greer with the velocity and the Northstars down one. Just one. 2-3. As here comes the substitution. Buchek gonna exit the game as Fisher comes in this one for the Northstars. That one lacks a little bit of accuracy, though it was very close. That's the one thing about the Hornets. If they do hit it out of bounds, Gianni, they hit it by a margin of inches. And that's the case with that one. Out by, call it a foot. Oh, and that hit into the head of Kaitlynn Empey. Hopefully he's okay. He looked like he just shook it off. But after tying this game up, FM going to retake the lead after the Northstars commit the error on the serve, but FM does just the same. This one not short, this one actually long, as we're all tied 4-4, 4 all. As here comes a few substitutions for the Northstars. Hugh Wynn and Kaitlynn Empey gonna exit out of this game. Fosberg and Zillis gonna mention that. I liked. What was I going to say? I like Jonathan Zillis's shoes.
The mismatch.
I love the mismatch colors. It's always Fosberg has also got those. As what a block. They do keep it alive. Copeland. Zillis gets it to Greer. And this rally still goes. Copeland gets underneath it. So does Zillis. Greer sends it with speed. Hornets. Copeland, it's still alive. Buchek. Oh, man. Not quite sure what constituted the play going dead. What did you see there, Gianni?
I'm not sure. I mean, that was a great dig. Way to keep it alive.
And then Buchek got in there, and then the call was blown dead before Fosberg had a chance to keep it going. Very confused. The North Stars do, however, respond quickly, and they're all tied 5-all. But I was going to say Austin Fosberg, he's got the mismatched shoes too. But I like the pink and the blue going for Jonathan Zillis. It's the fun thing about sports is the shoes.
Yeah.
I'm a big shoe guy. I don't play sports, but I like shoes. Oh, a little bit of a misdirection from Horton.
Great block.
But the Hornets keep this one going. Another great block. It's going to be the North Stars ball. I think there was a net violation there. Maybe a double hit. It happens fast, and that's where I give the props to these refs. Happens so fast, and yet they're able to catch this stuff. Like my dad, he's a varsity football ref, and
it's hard.
It's hard. Takes a lot of years. So that one off of, I believe, Fosberg. That one out of bounds, and the Hornets have tied things back up. Well, for a second, the blue hammer started to blend in with the bleachers, and I'm like, what happened to the blue hammer? Already deflated after just 2 sets? Well, 1.5, call it.
Play fake.
Oh, wow. Oh, what a hit. That is out of bounds. Man, if that was in.
That had some velocity.
That would have been the play of the game. It had some muster behind it for sure.
And just like we said, it may have missed, but very close. Very close.
Fisher sends this one. Nice shallow over the net. What a play. As Riesig gets a kill. And he ties this thing back up once again for the Hornets. Very similar story to our first set. Back and forth, back and forth. The North Stars did manage to pull away once we got into those double-digit later teens. And we'll see if they can do the same this time. As Greer just a little bit of a whiff on the hit. It had a lot of speed after the block by Leahy. So really couldn't do much about that one. Just, you need like almost F1 reaction time for those kind of speeds.
Just about.
And it's tough for Greer to keep it alive. But Copeland with a response, and we're tied up once more.
He's going to keep tacking on to that kills stat.
A lot of big players here tonight for the North Stars, but Copeland and Leahy been the big difference makers. Kevin Yuen here to serve on the serving advantage for the North Stars, all tied up. Riesig, he's got 2 in the last few points for the Hornets. Actually, I believe that's the last 2 points for the Hornets that are both killed by Ben Riesig of the Hornets. So they regain the lead, but based on the trend of this game so far, the North Stars should respond here. There we go. Jack Copeland responds, and there we go. Blue hammer coming out to play.
No doubt.
Getting some action. Yeah, as you're saying, Gianni, no doubt about that one. Copeland just dominant from in front of the net. He sends that one quick. Still going. Oh, man. decided to pull away last second, and Buchek was not prepared. Great job by Buchek to back him up, but just wasn't prepared. Thought they were going to get the block, but it was a soft touch by the Hornets, and they regain the lead. So Coach Lucia forced to take a timeout. North Stars down 1. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube as Coach Lucia talks things over with the rest of the North Stars. See what changes they can make to try to pull away. Leahy, there we go. He's been a little quiet this second set. Oh man, that blue hammer. Woo, Mikey DeGroat plays for the boys tennis and the golf team, as that hammer, wouldn't be surprised if we see that pop by the end of the game.
Oh, I
Gianni.
would not be surprised at all.
If you're just joining us, the North Stars on the left and the FM Hornets on the right, both wearing black tonight. But yeah, after being, oh, he should have let that one fly. Let's see who ends up with the score. If the North Stars do. Oh, yep, no, they don't. The Hornets do end up scoring. So I was going to say that one was going to go out.
That was close.
That he ended up, I think that was, that was Ben Arisig who decided to make a play on that ball, even though it looked like it was going to go out. So I was going to say, if the North Stars do score, it would prove costly, but in that case, the Hornets do manage to get that point. But the last point we just saw here, the North Stars get it. But yeah, after the first set, really, Ryan Leahy's been a little quiet as that one sent out of bounds, and the North Stars regain the lead. First time since single digits. But on that last point after the timeout, Leahy getting in on the action here in the second set as Zillis sends this one away. Just a light tap. Greer gonna re-deliver.
There he is.
There we go. Winds up. Buchek keeping it alive. Zillis gonna send it back, and the North Stars still in this thing. Zillis had a long way to go as the Hornets do get that point. But great effort by Jonathan Zillis and Mason Buchek. Keep that play going.
This is really looking like a back and forth game here. I mean,
yeah, this might come down. Well, I mean, the North Stars have, they obviously, we've only played one full set. As Buchek, great dig. A lot of players with that kind of velocity can't get underneath it. Zillis can't get underneath that one as the Hornets regain the lead. But we'll see. After around the 15-point mark is when the North Stars really started to pull away. That's when we saw that 20-15 score, and then eventually getting to that final score, 25-20, I believe. As that one had a lot of spin on it. The North Stars tie this thing up again. It will be interesting to see if the North Stars can pull away.
From what it looks to me, I think Coach Lucia is using Kevin Greer all around. I mean, I saw him in the back a couple of possessions, but I know he mainly plays on the left. But
yeah, usually outside hitter, the North Stars. But he likes to be mobile, if you will. He's the mobile quarterback of this offense. Likes to kind of be everywhere on the court.
Yep.
Wherever plays need to be made, Kevin Greer's there.
Always.
Copeland gets underneath it. Nice fake! And Jack Copeland ties this thing up for the North Stars. It's Mikey DeGroat losing some air on the blue hammer. You know, the hammer's suiting for tonight's theme, construction.
Yeah.
So we're definitely getting creative with some of these themes. I don't think I've ever seen that. You know, neon, camouflage, blackout, whiteout, those kind of stuff. As Zillis keeps it alive. Had an empty right side to the court for the North Stars, but Zillis manages to float a little right to keep it alive, but the Hornets ultimately end up with the point, 15-14. This was kind of the turning point in the first set after that back and forth charade, that back and forth sequence ended, and the North Stars started to pull away as Ryan Leahy gets back in on the action. As we're all tied once more. We'll see if the North Stars can repeat their first set magic. Kevin, you win. Here to send this away. A couple substitutions here for the North Stars. Copeland. You win. Sets that up for Leahy. The Hornets still in it. Oh, the North Star's still in it. But that one does sneak past Kevin Greer. There was a little bit of a soft spot in the North Stars D as the Hornets regain the lead. This might come down to the win by 2. We may see the win by 2 rule go in effect in this set. This is one that we may see it occur a lot as Copeland waves his finger, says because it looked like Ben Riesick, he was like, hold on, they got their fingers on that one, and Copeland waves his finger, says no, as the ref's gonna agree and give the North Stars the point.
Great call by the ref.
All there. Tied up. Copeland, great fake, and Buchek. That ball going to sneak past him, and the Hornets regain the lead. Haven't seen the North Stars lead since beginning of these double-digit scores. It's been Hornets lead, then tie. Hornets lead, then tie. The North Stars need to get a couple back-to-back scores here to regain the lead. So they get a break.
That could be the turning point.
And they got the serving advantage. This could be the turning point. You know, we saw it earlier in the season during one of the North Stars' losses. There was one call that really was the turning point in the whole game, and that could be the turning point play for the Hornets in this second set. Great block. That one, is it in? It is! I love the student section involvement here tonight. It looked empty at first, but once the game started, the crowd filled in. Student section really, it could be you were talking about, Gianni, the only loss the North Stars, well, the only time they played them is good response there by the Hornets to tie this thing up. But the only loss for the North Stars, well, again, the only game they played versus the Hornets this season other than today was away at FM. So they had the home advantage in that one, winning it 3-1, but the North Stars had the home advantage here. They got the home crowd, they got the home student section.
Yep.
And Kevin Greer with the kill to get the North Stars the lead once more. The student section loving that one. The bench even getting in on the action. Speaking of the bench, you got Kevin Gunnup, quite dapper here tonight.
Yep.
He's got the full suit, pink tie, loving it.
Takes use of his game out.
All right. It's another player out there for the North Stars. Dylan Fournier, he's been out for a majority of the season. Correct me if I'm wrong there on that one. I don't know if he...
No, he definitely...
I know he's been out for a majority of the season. I don't know if he played earlier in the season.
I'm not sure if he played against like Midwakes or one of those first teams.
Yeah, he might have played versus the first few, but I know he's been out for a good chunk of this middle season. He will be playing in the North Stars' next home game. Or, oh no, actually they're playing, I think he's going to be playing in the Liverpool game, which is, or sorry, I'm getting home. Here on the Northstar Network, we're doing so many games that They tend to blur together. That we will be doing the the field hockey game at Liverpool on Wednesday, as the Northstar is going to get it. It wouldn't have mattered because it went out of bounds. I think there might have been a net fault on the Hornets. Didn't see much contact with the net, but nonetheless, the Northstars pulling away.
Yep, Joe, it's the lead margin you're talking about that they needed, and here it is.
And, you know, it was definitely, this one was a lot closer than the first set. The Northstars, you know, starting to pull away here much later than the first, as Greer tries to keep it going, but it's a double hit. So the Hornets do respond, but they're still down 2. So, you know, Northstars do pull away here much later, but doesn't seem to be much of a problem. As Greer with the smackdown. Refs hesitant on it, but they do call it in favor of the Northstars as they lead this one 22-19. In the second set, as the Northstars already lead this one 1-0. 2-0 would be an incredible feat against this tough, undefeated Hornet squad, who only conceded 1 set to the Northstars. Now again, they have the home advantage, and so far it seems to be proving helpful. I think if Hornets score this next one, we'll probably see that final timeout taken by Coach Mike Lucia. Zillis. Great shifts by the Northstars. Kevin Greer. A little miscommunication by Zillis and Fosberg as they kind of got hit there.
It's out.
That is out, and the Northstars up 3, 2 away, and here comes some substitutions for the Northstars. Mason Buchek coming out of here and to the bench as guess who? Ryan Leahy coming to get some late action. That one trickles over as that hits the net, as they're giving it to the Hornets. I didn't see any. It did go out of bounds. It looked like the Hornets hit it into the net and then it went out of bounds. I didn't see any Northstars get any contact on that one. I didn't see a net violation either by the Northstars. So Hornets do score. Zillis to keep that one going, and that's in. And here comes the timeout. Oh no.
Yep, there it is.
Yep. Knew it was coming. So the Northstars going to take a timeout. Up just 1 set, and 1 point here in this second set. We'll be back as Coach Mike Lucia looks to make some changes. So thank you to our producer, Alex Schneible, for getting us confirmation. Dylan Fournier has not played a game yet this season, so he's looking to make his debut. He will be making it on Friday versus McQuaid Jesuit. Now no timeouts left for Coach Mike Lucia, as the Northstars need these next 2 in order to prevent the win by 2 rule to go into effect, as the Hornets have the serving advantage, all tied up 23-23. Copeland, the Hornets keep the rally going. Greer gets underneath it. Nice, just soft tap by Ryan Leahy. He's been known to get some points on those. Sometimes he doesn't need a kill to get it, as Jack Copeland gives the Northstars a 24-23 lead, and this is set point for the Stars.
Looked like they adjusted to Copeland in first part of that possession, but he goes back and he gets his kill.
Win to serve, potentially a second set winning point. Kill. And we're all tied up. So, win by 2 does go into effect. So, depending on what happens here, if Northstar score, then Hornets score, then we'll have to go to 27. So, first to 26 now. Hornets with the serving advantage. That one low, gets over. Copeland, monstrous kill. Will the Hornets keep it going? And now the North Stars are going to need to score the next one to keep this set going. Coach Lucia all out of timeouts. Hornets yet to take one in this second set. They've kept it close this entire set. I think the largest lead we've seen was 3 or 4.
Yeah, around that range.
But not as big as the 5-score lead we saw by the North Stars in the first set. It's Copeland with the soft touch. That's all he needed. And the North Stars now going to make this game 27-27. Well, 25-25, sorry. But one of these teams is going to have to score 27, so first to 27 now. As Copeland keeps this game rolling. Shallow hit for Copeland. Empey and Leahy with the block. As rolled off the back of, I believe, Patrick Horton. As the North Stars back with set point. Hornets need to score this one to force it to 26. And that's going to do it! Copeland with the ace on the line, and the North Stars win this second set 27-25. So Hornets definitely starting to lock in here in this second set, definitely bringing their A game. The first set it was close to, but again the North Stars pulled away, had a much larger lead, much larger margin in that first set that led to the much easier 25 win by 25 victory in that first set, and this one obviously going to 27. So Hornets definitely bringing their competitive, undefeated nature in that second set. Definitely that close game that we were expecting. So the North Stars up 2-0. Hornets need this one. So the North Stars, up 2-0, look to sweep the undefeated Hornets and give them their first loss of the season. It would give the North Stars a 1-1 record in regular season play versus the Hornets after losing at FM 3-1. For those of you who are just joining us or didn't catch that earlier in the game. And for those of you just joining us or are maybe a little bit confused, the North Stars are on the right and the Hornets on the left for this third set. I mean, Gianni, after losing to the Hornets 3-1 on the road and then here at home,
this is
Hornets undefeated. And imagine the North Stars sweeping them here.
It'd be
this is the game of the year for the North Stars. If they can sweep the undefeated Hornets and beat them for the first time since 2021, not the way they want to start, but it's still early in this third set, and it's not over if the Hornets win this one either, but a sweep would be impressive. But yeah, as I was saying, that would definitely set the tone for the rest of the season and for the playoffs, knowing that this North Star squad is a force to be reckoned with, taking down the undefeated Hornets in 3 sets. Is that one just a awkward hit from Mason Buchek to give the Hornets a 2-0 lead? But that's what we saw the last set, and the North Stars came away with the victory. So
anything can happen with this
anything
one.
Can happen. It's not over till it's over. Now, for my stomach's sake, I would not like this to go to 5 sets because
Me neither.
I didn't have lunch, didn't have a chance to grab lunch, and my stomach's grumbling a little bit. So, and I got cheese steaks and tater tots waiting for me at home. So, thanks, Mom, if you're watching. She probably is. So the North Stars do come up with a response. 2-1. Hornets lead this third set. They need to win the next 3 back-to-back-to-back if they want to take the victory. And the North Stars just one set. This set could do it. Away from taking the victory is a little bit, not necessarily miscommunication, just the North Stars left an empty backcourt, and that's sometimes that's a problem with a lot of teams, whether you're undefeated or you're winless. You know what I mean? A lot of teams struggle with backing up their blockers.
Yep.
Some teams are better at it than others. The girls are pretty good at it. They know how to back up their blockers. North Star boys, they do tend to struggle a little bit, and that's the thing. You gotta, I know it's tough because you're constantly moving on the court, constantly shifting positions.
Yep,
so
motion.
It's tough to keep the court essentially full at all times. As that time they find the gap and the open court as the Hornets extend their lead by 2. But yeah, I understand. It's definitely a tough aspect of volleyball, and that's constantly moving to make sure you're not leaving any gaps.
Yep.
Now, obviously, your opening formation, I think. Let's see, the North Star is going to get it. I think he stepped on the line. Looked like we'll get a replay. We can't see it over here, but as the student section chanting, "You can't do that."
They're here tonight.
Yeah. So Brody Mason down there, one of our Northstar Network members and a member of the JV team, out there doing scorekeeping. And he's having a talk with the ref. So I don't know who's going to score that point, as it's going to be the Hornets' point, I believe. Wait, no, it's just going to be a reserve, I believe. Yep. So it's going to be a reserve. I remember what I was saying. That one out of bounds, and the North Stars down by just 1. I don't even remember. I lost my train of thought. Man. Sometimes I just got a flow going, and then disturbance like that breaks it up. No, it's all right. Things happen. Oh, I was talking about backing up your blockers.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. As the North Stars keep this one going, as Fisher gets a hand on it. Oh, that one trickles over. Oh, great job by Buchek, but Zillis unable to get to the ball in time, and the Hornets regain their 2-point lead. But yeah, that's the tough aspect of volleyball, and that's making sure that all areas of the court are covered at once. Sometimes you want to play in front of the net. Yeah. Sometimes that works in your advantage to not have anybody. This way you can stack the front of the net and get some good blocks. That one high, and the North Stars down by just one, 5-4. But 4-5, I should say. But a lot of times teams do try to keep that flow moving, try to constantly have guys in the backcourt and in the front. And it always doesn't happen, but you gotta make sure that you always got somebody in the backcourt to block up, to back up your blockers in case of a missed block, or maybe the hit's not worth blocking or doesn't have enough speed to block. As what a serve by Greer. Oh, Buchek, great dig, but again, we were talking about it. With that kind of velocity, it's hard to control where the ball goes. Yep. So the Hornets do regain their lead. North Stars down 5-6. But yeah, that's one thing that the North Stars have struggled a little bit with. But all teams are always going to have that kind of struggle. As there's a double hit on Fisher. So 5-7. Our score. North Stars could make history. Our score is 6-7 here in this third set.
Keeps popping up.
Yep. Knew it would. So North Stars look to tie things up. Down 6-7. Fisher sends that one away. What a block!
Nice.
I mean, I don't know if you could constitute that as a block. We'll see what they... Well, we unfortunately won't. We don't get play-by-play stats, but I don't know. It was more of a hit than a block.
Yeah.
Either way, a great play by...
There he is again.
Ryan Leahy to tie this thing up. But the Hornets do respond to regain the lead, 7-8. Here in the third set, the North Stars look to sweep the undefeated Hornets and hand them their first loss of the season, as that's one way to do it, with Ryan Leahy on the front. I mean, you got one of the best front lines you can get in volleyball.
Yeah,
some of the best hitters. I mean, Ryan Leahy down there in the middle. You got Jack Copeland, outside hitter, and then Greer. I mean, he usually, again, opening plays, he starts lined up in the back, but he
Swiss Army knife.
Right. He's a Swiss Army knife. He's versatile. He floats, he moves, he finds his way to the front. That one, unfortunately, is trapped by Leahy as the Hornets regain the lead. But, yeah, got some of the best in this section.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, they're doing it all without Kevin Gunnup, one of their key players. I mean,
right. Big setter for the North Stars, Kevin Gunnup. One of the few, but a little soft touch by Leahy as he tries to get back into play. Greer going to send that one. Sky high. Great block, although it is head out of bounds. And that, if only there was a good proven method to be more accurate on blocks. It's just not. Unfortunately, as much as you practice blocking, it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be 100% accurate all the time. As that one hit into the net, and Copeland gives the North Stars a response. Now Kevin Greer lining up on the front. Or no, maybe he might go. Nope. Yeah. Copeland going to serve, so Greer out there at left side hitter. That one is hitting the net. Copeland just a little bit too ambitious. You could see he wanted that to get over thin, make it hard for the Hornets to return it, as our game is all tied up 9-11. as Coach Lucia takes an early timeout. We'll be back. North Star's talking it over. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. Coach Lucia takes a timeout, tries to regroup this Northstar squad as they're down 2 to the undefeated Hornets. That one, it's going to stay in. That might have been on the line. Northstar's fans not liking it. So the Northstars just got to shake it off. As the Hornets inching their way back in this one. 9-12, they lead at 3. Coach Lucia forced to take an early timeout. But we saw a similar trend in the second set, and the North Stars came to win that one 27-25. We'll see if we can get Leahy. I'm sorry, I'm speechless. I didn't even know what to say to that. Ryan Leahy. What a force of nature. Gets the North Stars back into it. 10-12. Hornets still going, and Greer gets in on the action. He's been a little quiet since the first and early second set. It's been Copeland and Leahy who have been making the plays, but this time, now with Greer lined up on the front lines, he gets in on the action and's got himself a kill to give the North Stars only a 1-point deficit. Narrow that lead for the Hornets, though they do extend it with a response of their own to bring them up 13-11. You know, Gianni, for me doing this since my sophomore year is what a kill, but it is out of bounds. But wait for the score. Yeah, okay. Because I was leaning back, so I actually didn't see if it went out of bounds. I probably shouldn't have called that. But anyways, you know, for all the years I've been doing this, you would think I would have learned my lesson and bring a water bottle.
Yep. Vocal cord's got to be ready.
Yeah. My voice a little, my throat's a little dry, my mouth's a little dry. And again, yeah, you would think I would have learned my lesson as the North Stars get a little break. They definitely learned their lessons from last season. Unlike me. That one does sneak past Fosberg to help the Hornets extend their lead. But this thing's still within arm's reach for the North Stars. Greer gets underneath it. Zilla sets it up. Greer, what a that was almost kept alive. And the blue hammer continues to lose air. But that was almost kept alive. Great effort by Amari Thib. But Greer, just too much power behind it.
Yup.
Oh, man. Nearly an ace. Oh, man. Great effort by Copeland. But couldn't get there in time as the Hornets up to a 3-point lead. We haven't seen them have more than a three-point lead in this third set. So North Stars still again within arm's reach. Zilla sets it up. Copeland sends that one over, and the North Stars respond. 14-16, they're down 2. does make its way over. Zillis sets it up for Copeland. Tried to find the gap, just not 100% accurate. What a kill! The Hornets regain their 3-point lead. And there's Ben Riesig. What a kill. It had to at least been 20, 30 miles an hour. I mean, I'm not good with that kind of spatial stuff as Greer tries to get in on Jack Copeland. So the Hornets have their largest lead of this third set, and Coach Lucia forced to take his final timeout. So we'll be back. The North Stars down 14-18. Coach Lucia looks to regroup. We welcome you back as Hornets with the serving advantage, up 4, as Coach Lucia forced to take his final timeout. Well, that's definitely the way you want to come out of a timeout, with Ryan Leahy getting the kill. Here comes a couple substitutions. Keelan Empey and Kevin Ewan coming in this game for Austin Fosberg and Jonathan Zillis. But Coach Lucia definitely wants to get this done in 3 sets. Now I got to stop leaning back because I keep missing if it's inbounds or out of bounds.
Looks like FM's starting to regroup here.
Yep. So they do come up with a response to Ryan Leahy's kill to open things up after the timeout by Coach Lucia. See if the North Stars can regroup once more and try to climb their way back.
And they do.
As Leahy, back-to-back kills for him. Oh, man. That hammer really coming down. Woo. Student section loving this one. We lost some shirts, lost some air in our hammer. Copeland, man, almost gets the ace. Ewan sets that one up for Ryan Leahy. And he gets this thing back to a 2-point lead for the Hornets. Ryan Leahy, the last 3 points out of this timeout for the North Stars have all come from Ryan Leahy. Man, force to be reckoned with. Man, Copeland really searching for another ace here in this third set. Definitely be that one.
It's out though.
Interesting call there by the refs. It was hit by the FM, but I don't know. In the moment, didn't look like Greer got his hands on it, but I don't know. We need to. We're looking at upgrading our equipment. We definitely need to get a monitor over here for the commentators so we can see the live replay. Just a light tap by Leahy. It's worked for him in the past. Not in that case, but Ewan keeps it going as the Hornets up 3, 20-17. Copeland underneath it. Ewan sets it up. He just soft tap. I saw what he was looking at. There was a big gap. Copeland keeps it going. Ewan going to set that one up. And that is tipped. That's going to be a North Star point. And they got the serving advantage down 2. So Copeland, he's been desperate for that ace, though Hornets did score that 1 point, so serving change up here. It's Leahy. North Star's down 2.
Looks like Fisher comes in.
Couple changes here. Great serve from Leahy. Pops that one up. He wins, sets it up for Empey. Oh man, I saw what he saw. There was definitely a gap, just a little bit low, a little bit too much on top of the ball as he sends that into the net, and the Hornets regain or extend their lead to make it 18-21. Uchek gets underneath it. Greer tried to get it on the line, but just a little bit too much. And the Hornets are 3 points away from forcing a set 4. North Star's all out of timeouts. Looking to hand the Hornets their first loss of the season. That one, that's in. Jack Copeland keeps the North Stars in it. Copeland, Greer, and Leahy been the story of tonight's game.
Definitely.
But, you know, we were talking about who we want to interview if the North Stars, I should say when the North Stars take this victory. That one is on the line, and the Hornets are just 2 away. They still need 2 more sets after this, so a lot of game left to play, a lot of set left to play. Well, 2 points for the Hornets, but we were talking about who else we might want to interview, and that might be Fisher having to step up in place of Kevin Gunnup as the North Stars now reach the 20s, down 3.
Definitely not an easy thing for Fisher to do, knowing that FM's 7-0.
And he's right, playing an undefeated Hornets team, having to step up, and he's done a great job as Greer gets too greedy and sets up the Hornets with the serving advantage and set point. Zilla sets it up. Copeland, that one into the stratosphere. It's going to hit the net, and that's going to be a North Star point. So they're inching their way back in this thing, but based on the trend we've seen, Gianni, looks like Hornets are going to score the next point. So hopefully the trend stops here, and the North Stars can get within 2. As there's the player we've been talking about, Fisher, who's made a big impact, and that's going to be the Hornets. As what a kill to force a 4th set. So we'll be back in just a few moments. Teams switching sides. When we come back, the North Stars will be on the left. The Hornets will be on the right. So the North Stars, unfortunately, don't get the sweep. The Hornets evade that sweep, but they still just need 1 more, and this could be the one to take the victory. We'll be back. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network as the Hornets evade a three-set, I should say, sweep to the North Stars, winning that third one to force a fourth set. So North Stars just need one more. Be a flip of the script because the Hornets, hosting the North Stars earlier this season, took down the North Stars 3-1. And if the North Stars win this one, then they hosted the Hornets, taking them down 3-1. So definitely flip of the script, but also flip of the script in the sense that the North Stars, they're not undefeated, and the Hornets are. And it's a big game. Big things at stake for both of these teams. Both might meet each other in the playoffs, so we'll see. But this will really set the tone for the rest of the season for these boys as they gear up for the offseason. As the Hornets still in this rally, we're still going. Hugin sets it up for Ryan Leahy. Oh, Marone. Got to pull out the Italian for that. My mother, if she's watching, she'll love that. Oh, Marone is right as Ryan Leahy. That's got to be one of the hardest hits we've seen this day.
Yeah, and he's had a couple of them.
Oh, yeah. So he sets the tone early for this set. Starting it with a kill. Oh, man. Great job by Buchik getting underneath it. Just Hugin wasn't prepared. So Hornets try to have a kill like that of their own. They do get the kill. Just not. I don't know if it was as powerful as Leahy.
Yeah,
I'm a little biased, but
not as in fashionable manner as Leahy.
Right. That one. Awkward serve. Out of bounds to the left side. It's going to bring it to the 40-yard line. Gianni, now, just, again, always a huge shout-out to Recruit. I'll shout him out at the end. But, Gianni, again, thank you for joining us. And it's your first game. And you'll notice, Gianni, I like to reference football in any sport I do. It's always my thing,
Yep.
Like for field hockey last night, I was like, the North Stars' red zone defense has been pretty spectacular. Referring to their defense within the 5-yard line, close to the goal. And in this case,
translates to volleyball.
Right. As the North Stars start things off strong early.
Pretty comfortable lead.
Yep, 3-1. So looking to close this thing out in the fourth set. Again, would be a flip of the switch from the first game the North Stars played the Hornets earlier this season at FM. What a block by the Hornets to respond and to make this score 3-2.
Their blocking's been great tonight.
Yeah, that's been definitely a big factor in this Hornets' success really all season. As it's really kept them in it in this game, despite the 2-1 score. 4-2 in this set, 2-1 overall. But
Jonathan Zillis coming in.
Yep, Jonathan Zillis here to serve. Those shoes, they're like cotton candy.
Yeah.
I feel like they're cotton candy shoes. That's what I'm gonna call them. Zillis in the cotton candy shoes, unable to make a play there. So Hornets with the serving advantage, down 1 as they look to force a fifth set, potentially take the victory. So North Stars opening it up 2-0. Be pretty impressive if the Hornets get the next two. Greer gets underneath it, but a little bit too out of reach for Buchik as he's not able to get down as the Hornets get their first lead of this fourth set. Losing track, Gianni. Slipping away. Great job by Fisher to get the point.
There he is again.
Stepping up in place of Kevin Gunnup, who again, I might add, I don't know. That was not proper English grammar right there. And may I add, Kevin Gunnup looking quite sharp there on the sideline, despite his inability to play here tonight. Quite dapper, if I do say so myself. Rocking the full suit. As Fisher, oh man, great job by Greer. That's the versatility we were talking about as he finds his way to the back court to keep the play going. Fosberg backs up into Zillis, but the play stays going. Buchik backs up the Northstars. Wow, he's been doing great. Backing him up. Oh, man. Copeland kind of had an awkward angle from the left side. A little bit hard for a right-handed hitter. As the Hornets regain the lead, 5-6. This thing is anybody's game. Game and set, really. Buchik, great job backing him up, but it's going to be Northstar point, I believe, on a... Yes, it's going to be Northstar point after a net violation, I believe I saw. I'm not up to date with my ref signals. It's the only thing. I wish that was consistent across sports. Something similar, you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, not all penalties are similar across sports, but Fisher to send that one away. It's a great block by the Northstars to regain the lead, 7-6. Fisher to serve once more. Nice. Serve. Oh, man. But it is out of bounds. It's going to be the Northstars ball. Or Northstars ball. Serving advantage and point to give them a 2-point lead, 8-6. But yeah, great job by, I think it was Fosberg, Austin Fosberg and Ryan Leahy who wanted to get there, but they were on the block, on top of the block, but luckily it just slipped past them, but went out of bounds. So no deflection on the Northstars as they get the point. But that time, not 100% sure. I thought the Hornets trapped that ball on the attempted block, but the Northstars get the point. Maybe a net violation I might have missed. As Copeland with the speed. Light tap. Resig. Copeland tries to keep it going. It is Zillis with his magic. Not quite sure where that happened.
Hit it twice. Like the ref singled.
I didn't think he did. That was a late call because you would think they would have blown the whistle as he hit it again, but they let Zillis keep playing it. Just a light tap from Ryan Leahy that has proved to be successful. Oh, man. As Buchik is nailed in the face. He looks like he's fine. That one got the bounce and hit Mason Buchik. Libero for the Northstars in the face as an early timeout taken by Coach Lucia. He's been taking a lot of those recently, but definitely smart decisions here. He wants to regroup these guys before this set gets away from him. So the Northstars looking to close this thing out. 8-9, they're down. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. As you may hear a chuckle in me and Gianni's voices here, as we got a couple missing shirts from the Northstars student section. One of them being, well, I don't know who it is, but he's swinging around his head, definitely bringing the energy, as that definitely helps the Northstars tie things up. You know, that always helps. Having a home advantage. Having your home crowd, having your home student section to hype you up.
Especially having a student section like ours.
Yeah. They love to show out, love to, you know, sometimes some of these guys, they do come for the sport, come to watch. Sometimes some just come to socialize. But either way, as long as you're supporting your peers, showing up here to cheer them on, it doesn't really matter as Leahy makes it look easy on the block. As the North Stars have regained the lead. Decisive timeout by Coach Lucia. He makes good decisions when it comes to timeouts. I mean, he did, unfortunately, but he had really no choice to take those timeouts early in that second set in order to avoid that from slipping too far away from the North Stars. But, good timeout to help the North Stars regain their momentum. Fortunate miscue there by Kevin Ewan, but still anybody's set. We're all knotted up at 10. Now we're in the double digits for both teams. As the Hornets with the serving advantage. Number 13, Patrick Horton. As what a hit by Leahy. It's deflected off of, I believe, Riesig. As the North Stars regain their lead. Love the bench getting into it, too.
Yep. Everyone tonight.
Yeah. I'm surprised that blue,
the blue hammer has not
fully deflated, not popped yet. We've seen it pop in previous games, and I got to say, one of the most, this is very close to I think it was a similar crowd, similar people for the girls volleyball home opener, I believe. Very similar crowd, very similar energy, and they had the blue hammer, and that one actually popped.
Yeah, the handle's looking flimsy.
Yeah, handle's looking a little, losing some air. Oh, let's see. Yep, they're going to say it's out. So FM regains the lead. But that's probably one of the most electric crowds I've seen. I mean, they were doing worms. Their celebrations were unmatched, although they got some good celebrations here tonight. On one of the points, what a block by the Hornets to go up 2. But one of the celebrations, one of the guy was like on the ground. I don't even know what it was really necessarily supposed to be, but he was hammering him. Don't know exactly who the kid on the ground was supposed to be. That one sent sky high, almost hit the replay, not replay, but
someone's set up.
Yeah, someone's set up over there, maybe for highlights or whatever, for their own personal use, for film, that kind of case.
Yep.
Don't forget, you got the Northstar Network here with some great camera work. Kaitlynn Landry, our camera operator for tonight's game. She's one of our newbies, along with, of course, Gianni Cavelli and Joey Cox. Of course, Alex Schneible, the vet, behind the computer. He's over there chuckling, not quite sure about what. I mean, he's the vet. Obviously, no offense, Alex, the GOAT's Aaron Tarquinio, but oh man, sneaks through the arms of Copeland. This thing's still close, 14-13, the Hornets up.
Looks like they thought it was going in the middle there on that jump from the inside. Just misread by the North Stars to give the Hornets the lead once more. He steps on the line. That's North Star point. They get a break. They get the serving advantage and they get the point. Can't complain about that. No.
Get a break. You don't have to play defense or
get
offense.
Serve.
You get the serve and you get the point. Gotta love that. We're all tied, 14-14. It's been the story of this game. It's been back and forth as Buchik gets underneath it with the pancake. As what a kill by Greer to give the North Stars the lead. And he's got some momentum. He's getting in on the action. As Zillis here to serve it. Man. Yeah, that's just been the story of this game.
Yep, back and forth.
There's not been a really dominant team.
Nope.
North Stars did look dominant in the first set. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
With one of the largest leads we've seen this game, 20-15 was the largest lead in that first set, and they looked very put together. And not to say that they aren't, just the Hornets have stepped up is what's happened.
Definitely.
So the Hornets weren't playing to their full capability. They weren't on their A game for that first set, and they really put on a show in that second and third to keep things close. The North Stars, of course, winning that second. It is going to go out of bounds. Who are they giving the point to? Oh, it's going to be a reserve, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be a reserve. So maybe too close to call.
Oh, there's Kyle Martin stepping into the building.
Kyle Martin. Yep. We're going to hopefully get him on the broadcast for some boys lacrosse. It's one thing, so Gianni, you may figure this out about me eventually, but obviously some people at home might know this, but I have ADHD, and man, it's a killer. But hopefully I remember to get Coach Kyle Martin. I'm going to have to set a reminder on my phone to get him for boys lacrosse.
Yep.
But yeah, we like to have some special guests, and my first year really having the network last year, didn't get a lot of special guests, just trying to settle in, but hopefully going to get some more special guests. We got Xavier Moody Wuzik, one of our board members, hopefully going to get him on some basketball games. We got, of course, Coach Kyle Martin as the Hornets now starting to crawl away. Up 2, but Coach Kyle Martin hopefully get him on some boys lacrosse games.
Yep. Excited to see how their season unfolds. CMS basketball losing some seniors.
Yep. Lost Nate Francis, lost Andrew Benedict,
Sam Wirtz.
But you do got some big players stepping up. I know Brennan Tyler. He stepped away from football to focus on his basketball season.
Myjon.
My big underneath the net.
Larry Nashi.
Oh man. That one's going to be out of here. And what a kill by Greer to get him within 1.
That's what they needed right there.
But, yeah, as you were saying. But, yeah, Brennan Tyler, he didn't play a ton. I mean, he did start a few games last year. He probably started 3 or 4. But, you know, those games he did start, and those games he got a lot of reps in. He was crazy from beyond the arc.
Yep, he's a great shooter.
Great shooter for the North Stars, and he's definitely going to be one of their key players this season. As a matter of fact, I bought a car from his father. He owns Best Buy car sales. So maybe we can get them to, wouldn't that be fun? Sponsorship from Best Buy Auto Sales? That'd be pretty neato. I mean, we got the end.
Give it to CNS.
Right? So they give it to CNS. That's a close call. It's a game of inches, as we were talking about earlier, Gianni.
Yep.
And this whole game's been a game of inches, not only in the calls, but in the score itself.
Definitely.
That one out of bounds on the North Stars, had a lot of spin on it.
Yeah, Segrig just...
It looked like it wanted to go in the right direction there. Just find itself on that green line, but it's just a lot of spin.
Yep.
Whether that was set up by the kill or from the block, but sorry to keep interrupting you.
Like we've been saying, I mean, the velocity on the block, it's just you can't determine where it goes.
Yep. As Austin Fosberg keeps the rally going. Greer sends it. Sneaks through the arms of Copeland, but they're going to give it to the North Stars.
Segrig disappointed with that call.
Yep. Keelan Empey, yellow card.
Oh.
Whoa. Be in the Hornets, I believe. They weren't happy. They weren't.
Yep.
Keep getting interrupted by the student section here. I'm losing my train of thought, but
oh, it looks like they're blowing up the hammer.
Oh, they are.
Yep.
Getting some life back into it. So as long as there's not a hole, it should be fine. So it looks like Jack Copeland having a talk with the refs as well. So not quite sure what the penalty is on the yellow card. I've actually never seen that happen.
Me neither. You don't see that often.
You don't see that often. I didn't even think they had yellow cards. Not to lie. I mean,
I
think it's I mean, I know a good amount of volleyball, especially from my dad. I'm gonna get drilled from my dad because again, I don't know. See, I lose my train of thought. Yeah. I don't know if I said it earlier on the broadcast, but my dad played volleyball. Maybe I didn't say it on the broadcast, but he played volleyball for JD. They didn't have a varsity team at the time, as they're still discussing things. So I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to get home and he'd be like, you didn't know there was a yellow card in volleyball? You should be knowing this stuff.
No, Segger gets his get back. Yep. Should be saying something happened.
It looked like the refs wanted to point to FM.
Yeah.
And Greer not having
unhappy,
it.
Yup.
You could hear that from a mile away. He said, "Are you serious?" Are they giving it to the Hornets? Maybe they're saying a Northstar touched it? Again, I lean back again. So, Gianni, what did you see there? Did you see that? Was that out of bounds clearly, or was it close?
I think it was in on Segward, honestly. I think they're calling for like a deflection.
Okay,
or
I'm
something.
going to get word here from our producer. We're going to look at the replay. All right. It's underneath it. Here he comes in with the kill. Ah, yeah. I think that was in. Yeah. Oh, the Northstars getting the call in their favor. All right. On second glance, it looked like it was in.
Yeah.
But they don't have the replay system we have here in the booth. I don't know. So this thing's all tied up. This is, man, can't get any closer than this. Some of the two best teams here in this section.
Yep.
Facing off against each other and
block.
Avoided the double hit as Copeland was the one with the block. Hewin to back up. Leahy and Empey. That one hit into the net, and the Northstars have regained the lead after quite some time, and they're up 20-19. First to hit the 20 digits, and here comes a timeout from the Hornets. So they lose their momentum and give the lead to the Northstars. Timeout taken. It's the Hornets down 1. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network. Hewin and the Northstars with the serving advantage, up 20-19. Hewin not going to risk it by going gutsy. What a block!
What a block!
What a block that hit the hands of multiple FM defenders in the area. As what a block by the Northstars to go up 2. Hewin still to serve. So one thing about Kevin Hewin, he takes his serves strategically.
Yep.
And what a dig! Hewin to keep the play going.
And he gets it again.
Buchek gets in on the action. Copeland to send it over, and the Northstars still in this rally. That one out of here! And the Northstars up 3. What a sequence of plays. Kevin Hewin and Mason Buchek with the digs to keep the rally going for the Northstars. And they ultimately end up with the point to give them a 3-point lead. Wow. What a game.
Student section really getting into it now.
Oh. All right, good response by the Hornets as they finally hit the 20s. The Northstars still with the 2-score lead. But the Hornets do end up with the serving advantage.
Feels like if only Ben Segrich just is going for it all. I mean, they really are prioritizing him this game.
Hewin sets it up. Copeland, and that's a kill! Jack Copeland set up perfectly by Hewin to give the Northstars back their 3-point lead. 23-20 your score.
2 to go here.
Man, this is what you expect out of a division rivalry game between two excellent teams.
Definitely.
That one does head out of bounds, so the Hornets get a break. Jack Copeland with the gutsy play there. Wanted That's the thing about Jack Copeland when it comes to his serves. He goes all in.
Yeah.
He wants to get that ace. Hewitt's going to set it up for
Ryan
Leahy. And this is set point and game point for the North Stars.
Oh, yeah, the hammer's done for.
Hammer's done for. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it for the hammer. That's it for the hammer. We knew it was coming.
Yep.
It's a canon event here on the Northstar Network. Leahy to serve. Greer sets it up. You win. Kevin Greer! Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Wow. Oh, my God. In the student section with the storming of the court.
Kevin Greer calls the game.
Calls the game with the kill. Perfect placement. And what a champ by the North Stars student section. They go C, N, and on S. Greer hits it for the game winner to hand FM Hornets. The FM Hornets, their first loss of the season. What a game by the North Stars. Wow. Oh, man. Hugh with the backflips.
Kevin Gunnup's ties come off.
Right? Oh, yeah. The shirt's out of his pocket. Oh, man. Woo! The student section is electric here tonight. At the North Stars come away with the upset at home. 3-1, your final score. Oh, man. What a game.
Unbelievable.
What a great game, Gianni, for you to have for your first game.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for a better one. I feel like mine was boring, unfortunately. I think it was just blowout. We were playing like some tiny school, but back to the... I'm speechless.
It's unbelievable.
Wow. I'm without words. Man, the North Stars just played a complete game tonight.
The home court advantage indeed came into play tonight.
Oh, yeah. As everybody making plays. Wow. So we thank you so much for joining us here on the Northstar Network. A huge thank you to our crew here tonight. Alex Schneible, our producer. Kaitlynn Landry, our camera operator. Of course, my co-commentator and color commentator, Gianni Cavelli. Of course, a huge thank you to our whole staff here, our athletic trainers, Brian Buckland and Katie Clark. Of course, our athletic director, Tim Benarski, and our facility manager, Joe Howell. I'm Joey Cox saying so long from CNS, the North Stars, with the upset and hand the FM Hornets their first loss of the season.